Hello, you lovely people out there. Welcome again to the Hagen apartment. And we're gonna do another explanation video again because I'm not happy with my guitar tone now, with a recorded one. It sounds killer in the room, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Even with the phone, the sound was a bit better. I'm trying to miking up this beauty here, but the reason why I'm here and this amazing piece of gear is not an is usual stand. Instead, it's sitting here. Is the backside. This is a closed back cabinet, so you cannot see the speaker. On an open back, you would have a wood plank like here, and another or for coming from ground up here, and this plate would be placed there or there. So the reason I'm making this video, or my question today for you, is what do I do with the output jack of a cabinet? So of course we have an input jack coming from our head with this speaker cable into the input of a cabinet. But what about the output? The first thing that comes in mind is daisy chain it. How and with which cable and with which impedance and everything. When you try to look it up on YouTube, for instance, and you type in how to use the output jack of a cabinet, or how to use the out of a cabinet, or what can I connect to, you normally get videos about how and what to do about the output of the head going into the cabinet. When you type in that question, all you're getting is how to use the cabinet with a head, but not really information about what to do with the output jack of the cabinet itself. So first things first, this is a speaker out, not a speaker line out, not an instrument line out. So we need a speaker cable. For instance, I go with several lines in 3 amps. So the Harley Benton has a connection, his own, and the angle and the solid state. But I thought about, could I not just go from here into the Harley Benton so that I don't have to use a several line for it, its own line? No, I can't, because that would fry the amp. You can only go with a instrument cable in an amp, front or effects loop, doesn't matter. You need an instrument cable. So a speaker cable would fry the amp. It's too much load. When I would go from here into the Harley Benton, I would fry the amp, the power amp. I think, but you can correct me on that. So what to do with the daisy chain? So you need another cap, and then you could go from here into the second cap with a speaker cable, obviously, but has this cap to match the impedance of the first one? I think so, but you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but it's only logic that I'm not hooking up a 16 ohm cabinet or a 4 ohm, maybe that would go, after an 8 ohm cap, or vice versa. So your ideas here would be, I would be thankful for that. But if so, if this is only for daisy chain and only for that, I mean, most amp pads I've seen have several speaker outs, and you can use 2 for same ohm caps. On my one, on the Engel, it's not so it's a little bit confusing, because on the amp says this and the manual says the opposite. So if you can connect 2 8 ohm speakers and only 1 16 ohm, or 2 16 ohm speakers and only 1 ohm, or both, is not very made clear, because you have mismatching orders written on the back of the amp and written in the manual. But I emailed to Thomann, where I bought the amp, and they said, yeah, you can hook up 2 8 ohm cabinets in here, even it's not mentioned on the back of the amp. So when I can do that, why have this because on most amps this is the case. And is it the same sound as when I'm going from the head with two cables into two cabinets? Will it sound the same as if I would go from the head in this cabinet and from this cabinet into another one? So that's the question. And the thing what I would ask you today is, how can can somebody explain this to me, is why is there not real information out there? When you type in this question, you don't really get the answers. Yeah. Okay, this was a little bit wonky, but thank you for watching and see you next time.